All right, guys, a watch list video for Tuesday, November 10th. What a crazy day. A historic day, I would say. The SPY gapped up to all-time highs and then kind of trickled lower all day. For those of you that made it to chat today, you know, excuse me, that I did not take a trade for almost an hour. For most, my biggest reason is the SPY was trading at like a million shares. I can't remember. I think a million shares a minute or something in the opening 5-10 minutes, and a lot of people were complaining they didn't know if they were in a stock, or they didn't know if they got filled, or they were in something and they couldn't get out. And I had said that, I think, even before the market opened, or even in the first minute. I said, hey guys, you need to be careful, because a lot of times these brokers get overwhelmed on days like today, and early trades are not the best idea. So Wayne did fine trading through E-Trade. He didn't have any glitches. Again, I use TradeStation. I didn't have any glitches, but I didn't trade in the first, almost the first. I think I took a trade 45 minutes in. So anyway, it was a weird day, but there's nothing wrong. I don't feel bad about being on the sidelines for the first 45 minutes. Looking at this, a huge gap up like that, is it the time to chase anyway, right? So anyway, I did a good job sitting on the sidelines. Had an amazing day. I'm gonna slide this over real quick for those of you who didn't make it today, just to show you some of the calls. Tesla, ONCT, couple FSR calls, and Workhorse are just some examples. I've got some screenshots here. ONCT, I took a screenshot of this, and I put a screenshot of Jane's call in the chat. I just took a screenshot of it. ONCT, twos buy zone, whole number. You guys that know how we trade, you know that Jane was calling this pullback whole number flush in the twos buy zone. I'm showing you 5-minute candles, which is why it doesn't look like it quite got into the buy zone. But trust me, it was in the twos buy zone. A great call by Jane, and it ended up just ripping from there. Let's get that one out of the way. FSR, I captured both screenshots of the calls. Wayne, second mouse through 13, which is right there. And you notice just took off. Never looked back. It did come back down here. And if you missed Wayne's call, you could have got in on Peter's beautiful FSR whole number flush, which is right in that flush of 13, right in the fives buy zone, which is the pullback we look for anyway. So two great chances. Love the teamwork. I'm going to try to start highlighting the teamwork more. Whoops. Because you guys do such an amazing job. It's like somebody is always finding something to trade. Kevin M gave this Workhorse idea over 1850. Shorthand to use just 50. Had this nice flag at the highs. Look what happens when it breaks 50. It doesn't look back. And I know I saw a lot of people thanking Kevin for that great call. And then even this doesn't seem like much, but this plug. Several of us were talking about PLUG. One of our newer setups, the 15s buy zone. I got filled at 2042, right there below the half, kind of looking for a flush of the half. Also retesting the earlier high of day break, right? See that high of day? So it comes down 15s buy zone right below that high. I had a nice fill there. It wasn't a huge bounce, but you know what? A lot of good trades today. We also had some trades on those those REITs, I guess you call them. And you'll see those in the watch list as we go forward here. Again, I love the teamwork. So what are we watching for tomorrow? I'll tell you what, when the whole market gaps up like this, it's hard to find standouts, because the scanners, the end of day scanners spit out, if you're looking for something that was double its usual daily volume, right, and was up more than 5% or whatever, it spits out hundreds of them on a day like today. So something to think about. Anyway, Kern is just a pot stock, and it put in an inside day today. If the pot stocks catch a bid tomorrow, I do like this. You kind of have a potential for a 2-day high break. So I put that one on watch. AAL, I wanted to throw one airline on watch. Now it gapped up and kind of a solid red day, but sometimes the very next day you get a nice push higher. So on the gap up day, you get the sellers come in, and then the next day the sellers are in trouble if it rallies. So I did want to throw one airline on watch. FSR, which is Fisker Automotive, the old SPAC, old SPAQ. Big day today, so I definitely want to watch that for another follow-through day tomorrow. Couple nice calls in that one in the chat room today. MDRR ran with AHT. This all started with AHT, which is, I guess, a REIT, right? And so MDRR, they decided was a sympathy play to that. Now, this one closed well off its highs, but I threw it on watch. Most of these on my list here are low float, so I want to watch them. So that one is one that's worth watching. BHC is not a REIT, but a nice breakout today and pretty strong volume, so maybe a continuation day tomorrow. AHT is the one that got all the REITs going, and a very strong close and actually gave a beautiful after-hour setup that I came back in my office and missed it by like a split second, which was aggravating. But anyway, so this right now in after hours is trading at 533. I suggested late in the day, if this closes strong, it's worth watching in after hours. I guess I could slide this little chart over, 5-minute candles, and this has after hours on it. So this was this spike right here is the after hours play I was looking for. You had this nice flag. The market closed right about here, and then it ripped through that flag. I love that setup. I just was not in my office. It happened sooner than I thought. I thought I had time. So anyway, but that was a neat little after hours pop. Want to watch that one tomorrow. IHT, also a sympathy play like that. MDRR, very strong day, but closing well off its highs. If AHT gets going, this is, again, a possible sympathy play to watch. I believe this Soho is in the same space again. Not a road, it says hotels. Anyway, anything to do with reopening of the world, right? Because of the Pfizer vaccine news. So this falls in that camp, I would argue. Nice strong day and a pretty strong close. Sabre is, I think, travel software business, I think. So, you know, kind of like an Expedia, or they use Sabre software or something. You know, think along those lines, and feel free to email me and call me an idiot if I'm wrong. But that's my recollection. Because I'm a day trader, I don't get too mired down in it. But this certainly strong volume and a nice breakout today. We'll be looking for a follow-through day in that one. INN looks like it's also in a hotel property business, and a nice pop today. CCL. I wanted to throw a cruise line on watch in case they get going tomorrow. It's certainly a nice breakout today, and I bet you there's a lot of shorts in these things, so that's why it's worth watching. And then lastly, I threw Costco, C-O-S-T, on watch for that is a nasty day, and I don't see where the world going back to normal is going to hurt Costco at all. And it fell from like almost 390 all the way down to 365. I definitely think that is a potential bounce play tomorrow or sometime later this week anyway. So I whittled it down because there's a million things we could watch tomorrow, but that's what I've settled on. And as always, you know, we will watch for pre-market gappers and intraday themes to unfold as we always do. Let's keep the teamwork going. Another amazing day, and let's do it again tomorrow. I'm done babbling. See you guys tomorrow.